Hey, how's it going? I'm Mystic Mia Moksha, and this is another Spirit Message Pick a Card reading. You can choose the number of the pile that resonates with you, or multiple piles. Or I can choose a pile based on the crystals. We have the rose quartz crystal here. We have some rubies here, the clear crystal quartz, and the pyrite, which it's actually more sparkly and gold in real life than on camera. Went with some classics this time. Rubies for a little bit of fun. I also like to use a random number generator, not just for the piles, but for the spirit message pick a card readings I have on this channel. I just put a number to the amount of spirit message readings I have and let spirit tell me, direct me to the right reading and to the right pile for the specific message for myself. Timestamps are below, so you can skip ahead to the meeting if you would like at this time. On a separate note, this reading I made for myself initially. I wanted more divine messages, more spiritual messages, very powerful spiritual messages that align with the kind of very powerful spiritual life I lead. For any current situations I'm going through or future situations, these readings really help me out when I feel like I can't go to other tarot card readers because they don't have the highly spiritual, high vibrational messages that I'm looking for. I also have these for other very spiritual, high vibrational, high level spiritual leaders, and just for anyone who's looking for a more spiritual message at this time. They are timeless, and this specific spirit message includes the spirit message and then anything your higher guidance might want you to do in terms of actions or making decisions, so on and so forth, that is going to be very unique to your life and your journey at this time. I also have a new type of reading that I linked in the description box. It's a manifestation reading, so it helps you manifest. It shows what you already are manifesting and what lightworkers are manifesting on a grander scale. I wanted to do manifestation readings for a while. Been thinking about it, working things out. It's kind of like a rough draft of a reading. It's broken up into two parts: what light workers are manifesting right now, and what it looks like, and what you are manifesting in your life right now, and what it looks like, time frame, and everything. It turned out to be very obvious what the light workers are working on and what individual light workers are manifesting into their life. So that's why I didn't really post it. But it's a rough draft, and I believe it was a challenge from my spirit guides, to just post it out there in general. So there it is. It can be helpful or not. It is what it is. But with that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Much love and light. Alright, so this is pile number 1 with the rose quartz. See Spirit's message for you, and any action or decision that can better your situation or help your situation, or that your guides would like you to think about doing. So Spirit's message for you in your very unique journey right now. Okay, 2 of fire, 2 of wands. There's something about direction, making a decision, following a path. Something about it's about time you follow your path. It's about time you make decisions to follow your path or make those decisions again if you've wandered away. The fates, yeah, this is involved with your destiny. See if we get any specifics. Community. I'm getting your community needs you. Something that you might be thinking about a lot. Your service to others. Are you fulfilling your purpose here in this lifetime? Your role in society? Are you using your gifts to help others? The time frame of this? The lunar eclipse. Okay. So this is a cycle that involves from now until the next lunar eclipse. So if you're watching this when closer to when I posted it, the next lunar eclipse is May 5th, 2023. That's going to be in Scorpio. And the lunar eclipse after that is October 28th, 2023 in Taurus. I bit my tongue kind of, so I'm talking a little funny. And I just saw 1222. Signifying new beginnings and positive change, and having faith, restoring your faith, remembering the power of faith and fate. Kind of reminding you that you have a very powerful reason of existence, destiny, role to play in this lifetime. Remembering that and getting back to that. Your community needs you. You need the community. Time to get back on your path if you've been wandering a little bit away. Okay, so what's spirit message for you at this time? Okay, this kind of just flew at me, the Hermit. Yeah, you might need some time to just kind of do your own thing for a little bit. You might have had a lot of distractions with friends or family or work that didn't really align with your highest best good, that you were kind of just doing for your base responsibilities. I'm getting you have done a lot of inner work. You have spent a lot of time working on yourself, but maybe distracted, which is why you've kind of have maybe strayed a little bit from the path that you know is to be your highest and best good. I'm saying it wasn't like intentional, like you weren't intentionally taking a bad path or anything. You were just kind of taking like a detour because it was like kind of getting too much being alone. I'm getting. Yeah, wow. The 10 of Cups, which way? Yeah, in reverse. I feel that you may have been distracted by your environment, by friends and family that do not align with your highest and best path. So they might have distracted you, and you might have wanted to be distracted. I'm getting that like it's hard going at it alone, whatever this project or goal was that you were kind of going at it alone. It could be spiritual, but it could be something like a business or maybe your goal to get married. Maybe you've had a pregnancy journey. Maybe you've had a journey to make more money or travel more or live in a new country or whatever it is, whatever this like big goal was. It kind of felt that's so funny. I use a little bit of sage and incense, and whenever I do that, like I get kind of stuffed up sometimes. and I just started coughing. Like, it sounded like I was choking up, like I was about to like, cry or something. So I feel like a lot of you have been like so pushed to your limits, probably in the past couple of lunar eclipse cycles. So probably for about a year, a little bit under a year. You might have been pushed to your limits on this whole doing it alone thing, to where you kind of, I don't know, not, what is this word? Strayed away from home. Strayed away from this like life you're building, to just seek some sort of comfort, to just seek some sort of happiness, even if it were just for a moment, or even if it were just to fulfill someone else's happiness and goals or something. Like you took time away from your own destiny and your own goals in order for to help others achieve their own destinies and their own goals. Out of fear of being alone, or out of like exhaustion of being alone. Or boredom of being alone. There are times in the spiritual community, spiritual journey, whether you have big goals or a bunch of small ones, where you kind of seek comfort, you kind of seek the things that you are familiar with, friends that you're familiar with, family members, places that you're familiar with, foods and material things that give you comfort because you've been at it for so long. And it's to the point where you needed a break achieving a goal. But in doing so, it's kind of like, be careful. Like when you're helping someone else with their own personal hell or mental prison, like be careful not to get stuck there, right? But as a light worker, as a way shower, you're probably very mentally strong. You probably had a lot of experiences that toughened you up to make you, be able to not just help yourself, but help other people too. But it's kind of that kind of thing where I feel like this is a goal that only you can go at alone. Like this is a goal that you've only been able to go at alone, because it's so unique and specific to you. Not everyone resonates with it. There may be a community out there, but they're not always readily available, and you're kind of exhausted, and you're kind of like, I just need a sense of home. So you touch base with the things that gave you comfort before in your old life, such as old familiar people, old friends, family members, old goals, old living situations, old lifestyle, old ways of eating, old habits, old places that you visited. So it just kind of gives you that sense of like, just need a little bit of a stomping ground, something familiar, before shooting off for this goal again. And it's like kind of like you're nearly there. I feel like spirit. I feel like it's like you're nearly there, and that's why it's so important for you to hear this message, because it's like this is a goal that you've gone on to achieve yourself, and not many people around you would understand, right? Or they might have not been able to help you. Maybe they're more selfish, or they don't understand the kind of goals that you have, or you're the ones helping them with their goals, but they're not always the ones that can help you out with your goals, or not as much as you've been helping them, or something like that. It gets heavy on you, I'm guessing. It gets heavy. And it's not like that you haven't done so much. I feel like you've done even more in this past couple of lunar eclipse cycles, so the past like a little bit less than a year or so. Or more, let me check. Yeah, the last couple of lunar eclipses were in May, and the one before that was in November of the previous year. So, like, yeah, about like a year, a little bit less. I feel like things have accelerated, which is why you're more exhausted, more willing to kind of forego um, a shorter time to achieve your goals out of like pure exhaustion and kind of needing to just not go crazy. Feel something familiar. It might be, yeah, something along those lines. Boredom, exhaustion, fear of what would happen if you're alone for too long. The Emperor in reverse. Spirit would like you to do what they're kind of hinting at. The Emperor. Powerful influences in reverse. Powerful influences. Three of Cups. Just uncover the truth. So I feel like you're going to now realize that these distractions were very let's see, powerful are miracles happen in every moment. Distracting. Okay. Miracles happen in every moment. Yeah, they were very distracting. So distracting that you missed some miracles. You missed out on some powerful influences, some powerful energies like lunar eclipses. You might have been so wrapped up in feeling some sort of needing some sort of comfort, feeling like you needed to, hold up some obligations to friends or family or to your home or to your community that is not for your highest best good, like the ones that like are in your environment that are not for your highest best good. So I feel like they might have, because you're very close, right? You're very close to whatever achieving this goal that you have, and yeah, you've done so much more in this past year on this journey, on this goal, and manifesting this goal. And that's why you just got kind of like exhausted or distracted, and probably missed some miracles, some opportunities, and some very powerful, energetic, like portals to kind of fast track your goal. Your soul needed some rest. Okay. What else does Spirit have to say? Ooh, so many cards. Okay, our path and lives are aligned. So Spirit's like, don't worry. Like, you're still on the path to achieving this big goal, this big destiny. You've already done way too much work for it to just go away. You just probably delayed it by probably a couple of eclipse energy seasons, so like a little bit less than a year. That's fine. Say you want me for a lifetime. As long as you keep affirming to yourself that this is the life you will have and do deserve and are manifesting right now. And I feel like you have, like, even through, like, not losing faith. Like, I feel like you never lost faith through whatever happened in, like, a little bit less than a year from before watching this reading now. It's kind of like you want a wandering soul. I'm getting, like, you wanted to, like, you weren't lost. You just want to wander for a little bit. That quote, like, not all who wander are lost, is coming to my mind right now. And that's what I feel like you needed to just wander for a little bit. Like, get off of the goal and putting action towards it. And, like, it's just, like, a second to be human, a second to revisit some past comforts, some past ways of living, some past people, some past goals, for kind of a review, to remember why you wanted to have this awesome new life. It's kind of like reaffirming to you that you're on the right path, that you were doing the right thing. You just needed a second to wander. I'm getting this last one fell on my lap. I need to know how deeply you care. Yeah. You kind of needed to know yourself. Like, do I actually care about having this, like, very extraordinary, wonderful, divine life and destiny, this big path? It comes with a lot more responsibility than you were kind of given in the past. It seems like there's more involved in this new life that you're creating for yourself, that you've already created it. You're already matched up for this big timeline that you've manifested. Spirit is saying, like, you already have it coming to you. Like, it's already here. We just need to know that you still want it, that you still care about it. Okay. See if Spirit has any other direction, any action, decisions, guidance for you at this time. It's a very clear answer. I'm coming, trust. Wow. And it fell on the Emperor here. Wow. Yeah, so I have a feeling, I'm like, yeah, I guess it's a very strong feeling, like, that Spirit's like, yeah, this is very much happening. Don't worry. It's like, this is happening. I think just in me mentioning, like, you've always known you've wanted this, you still care, right, to have this kind of life? Like, just hearing that in this reading even, like, you probably confirmed to your guides, like, yeah, I want it. Bring it on. I'm ready for it. And so they're like, yeah, okay, here you go then. Like, they just need to know you're just wandering and not leaving this timeline. Ace of Wands. Okay, what a very strong confirmation on the Emperor again. Okay. So the next lunar eclipse is in Taurus, but I keep getting, like, Aries energy, especially with the Emperor. So I do feel some sort of, like, March, April, May timeline. The 2 ones here, it's like, yeah, it's like it's going to be very, it's going to be very obvious, even from the first month of the year. So even from January, even from February, you'll start seeing significant changes in your life, preparing your physical reality for this new timeline to come in that you've manifested. This very exciting, very huge, like, destiny kind of life. It's yeah, it's one for the books, you know. Okay. Is there anything else Spirit would like to say? The Sun. Oh, wow. Happiness is your birthright. Where there may have been struggle, now a bright new day is dawning. Embrace this positive energy and continue to have faith in your infinite potential and abundance. Wow, look at that. Yeah, for sure. You're getting your time to shine. It's here. It's literally here. The only little tiny bit of work that you need to do is just be like, yeah, I want it. yeah, I really care. That's all you had to do. You did it while watching this reading. So hats off to you. You did it. Any last message for Spirit? Like, how will this look? How will this come through? Ten of Wands, for me, the Ten of Wands is a very, like, it's a card of, like, a lot of energy coming through. So yeah, I do feel like whenever you're watching this, like, January, February being a very strong time. Of new energies coming through. And the Two of Swords. I'm getting with the Two of Wands here and then the Two of Swords here. That's like what we started with this and now we're ending with this card. Like, it's a very strong indicator. That where you were wandering before, like, I see this, like, beautiful girl just kind of tired and kind of taking assistance from this beautiful, like, royal looking giraffe holding this lantern. Like, kind of taking refuge, kind of taking a moment to breathe, a moment to wander, a moment to, like, free your mind a little bit, do things that you know might add on some time for your manifestation, maybe less than a year or so, maybe like it added on 11 months to this manifestation, but you're kind of like, I needed this. I needed that. Or maybe you didn't and it was just even more exhausting to go wander than to follow your path. But I think there was, like, a lot, like, to it. Like, well, even though you were wandering and even though you didn't need to, it might have felt like you needed to. Like, you're kind of so used to being overburdened or like really exhausted, burnt out kind of from this kind of work, that you needed a reminder, you needed a review, you needed a moment to relax, but you might have not gotten it. It might have, like, this wandering might have caused you more exhaustion or just confusion in why your manifestation was, like, pushed, 11 months. But, everything has a reason. Like, it's kind of like you gave yourself an extra cycle just to breathe and review things and be absolutely certain and remember why you were doing this in the first place. Because this is, like, a very big manifestation that's coming through. So, it's going to be very, very clear how to move forward. Like, absolutely clear, I'm getting. And you'll have no doubt, again, that you want to follow this path. You won't want to wander again from your highest and best path because of what's coming. Pull one more card before I do. How are you going to see this energy first in the physical? How are you going to see this energy first? Many potential love interests. So you might have a bunch of people that are just kind of interested in you, or that you're interested in them, or you just find each other interesting, or just people that you're like soulmate level connections with, whether it's friends or mentors or soul family. Like, you're definitely gonna have a lot of like vibrational souls come in. Wow, the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, we have Three of Cups here, the Ten of Cups here. This is the Ten of Pentacles. Which way? Yeah, I'm getting, like, friends and family. Yeah, I'm getting like, even if you've met a lot of spiritual folks or a lot of like-minded people, or people who feel like you're soul family, you're going to find more that are similar to the very specific kind of destiny that you have. So even people who are even more that resonates and more deeper with you, aligns with your goals and destinies more. Your community needs you and you need your community, but like I don't know, I'm getting the sense of like it's more refined. It's more refined. It's higher level soulmates. It's higher level soul mission work. It's higher, it's more refined. It's more you. It's more unique to your blueprint, your destiny, your frequency. All right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Much love and light. Okay, pile number 2. This is Rubies. Rubies encased in concrete. Granite. Yeah. Rubies encased in granite. See your spirit message, and then if spirit has any guidance for you, any specific tasks, decisions, actions they would like from you. Okay. Page of Water, Page of Cups. It's a mermaid. It's very cute. With a couple of lotuses, pink lotuses. Very beautiful. And peace. I love these colors together. Blue, green. See this dove here holding an olive branch with a lot of heart-shaped petals falling on an egg. Okay. Are the feathers falling? There's like a presence of the divine here. I'm getting there's energetic beings around you at this time that are of the more divine, benevolent nature, kind of like Cupid, like Cupid energy, where they kind of want you to fall in love, and they kind of want you to fall in love with yourself and with your life again. It's kind of like be innocent, be playful, nourish yourself, watch something grow, like the innocence, like the innocent parts, activities that you can do. Like sit under a tree and watch the clouds in the sky, those kinds of activities. Enjoy the small things, the simple things, and even magnificent big things like huge crashing ocean waves or something. Huge fields of sunflowers. Okay, let's get more specifics. This spirit's message for you. Material things. Okay. So spirit, like I'm getting like they want you to get more material things, or that might be something that you wanted. Maybe there's something out of your budget that you've been saving up for, or something, or you want multiple things, or maybe you want like a whole new wardrobe, or a brand new car, or a brand new home closer to a water or something, or I don't know, what you want to buy farmland or property, or I'm getting something that's related to that kind of feeling, like something that has to do with nature, that has to do with that benefits your health, your mental health day to day. So like maybe you want to order some like really expensive paintings, or you want to order some really expensive paints to paint with. You want to a more beautiful home so you can spend more time outside, or that you can paint the scenery that you have outside, or that you can have more people over to be outside or something like that. So something to do with nature. Like you want material things, but like spirit wants you to remember why you want those material things. So like if has divinity involved in it, if it has like a lot of, it's like really divine, that's the reason you want, like you want a nice beautiful home so you can like enjoy it every day, appreciate it, have loving events, have loving friends over, create a lot of good energy in that home, in that space, in that, on that land, then spirit's gonna help you along. So like spirit's like trying to like get you to do like the spiritual work behind this, because you want some material things. So whatever it is, spirit's like, remember the divine reason you want that, like the actual reason, like what is like, how is this gonna help you in a divine way, and think about that, and then they'll give it to you or something like that. Okay, so that's kind of where we're leaning towards in this reading. What is the time frame? A week, and depends on when this happens. Okay, so anywhere from a week to when this happens. Okay, I kept getting stuck. Okay, so abundance. So there's a little bit of like your abundance energy is starting to flow again. It's been kind of like stuck. So you might have been receiving like, oh, abundance and then stuck, abundance and then stuck, or like a little bit of abundance and then like stuckness, and a little bit of abundance and then stuckness. So I'm getting that it's been like kind of like, you can feel like a little like stickiness to your abundance flow. And spirit wants to help you kind of smoothen that, like make it smooth, so you're abundant all the time. So you're in that flow, abundance flow. Because I'm getting from spirit that right now will be really helpful. It will be really helpful for the collective consciousness, for a lot of our power players, a lot of our light workers and light warriors and star seeds and way showers that kind of have a lot of power, personal power, have a lot of, and that are very, very connected to do this kind of work for the collective consciousness. So like they want you to, you know, be in the abundance flow and enjoy life and be happy and create things and create good energy with other people and bless spaces and lands and homes with good energy. So it's going to be very helpful right now, and it might seem like, oh, that's so like small and stupid thing for a person to do. No, it's quite the opposite. It's like you're blessing a space, you're blessing, you're adding more positive divine energy into the collective consciousness. It's like it helps more than you can understand at this time. I'm getting not even me. They're telling me not even you, the tarot card reader, can understand the concept behind this energy kind of work. I can't, like, they're saying I can't even fully grasp it. And I've done, like, have a mastery in this in many ways. So if I can't fully grasp it or understand it, like, I get it. I get it, spirit. Okay, you don't want to make fun of me. Okay. So it depends on when this happens. So like, it's going to be you're going to be feeling very good soon. You're probably feeling really good now or very soon. It depends on when this happens, when what happens. Someone you don't know, location or area. So I'm getting a location or area that you don't know. Okay, feeling very good. Wow, the Hermit has been making its presence this reading. So you're going to go somewhere alone. and you're going to have a great experience. This is around a week time frame. You can squander this opportunity, and it'll take longer than for anywhere from now till a week if you opt out of all opportunities that Spirit like kind of brings to you. For example, if you get invited to like an event, or you win a free trip, or someone asks you to come along on a trip, or you get an opportunity to just go to a new park or a new hiking trail, or check out a neighboring city or town that you've never been to, or even a country overseas or something. Like, if you say no to all opportunities that like Spirit tries to bring in within any time between now and a week, you might like miss out on the opportunity right now. And so, for Spirit to bring this opportunity back, it might take a while. They might feel like you're not ready for these material things, this material abundance to come into your life, for you to have a more smoother abundance energy, be in the flow. They'll try again next time, but there will be a next time. So even if you don't feel like you want to do it right now, or you're not up for it, or you like being in a sticky abundance flow situation, that's all on you. You have free will. But I'm getting like, if you get the opportunity to go somewhere or do something, you might want to take up that offer. Okay, what else does Spirit have to say? What's Spirit trying to say? Something about rest. The High Priestess in this deck. Intuition and secrets. Okay, I'm getting there's a secret being held from yourself. So your higher self wants to tell you a secret. And they're not going to be able to do that until you go to this location that you don't know about. So you've probably never been there before. When they'll give it to you. But you're going to go alone. So is this like an event, or it's like a solo trip? What is this? Personal passion project. More clarity, please. What is this? Location area thing. Current love interest, current partner. Okay, but I'm getting you're going to go alone. It's a personal project. So I'm getting it's like something that you personally love right now. That you would love to work on, love to do right now. And you get some sort of opportunity to go at it alone. So I'm getting it's like if you do get an opportunity, it's like with people, it's people that you don't already know or don't know well. Like you might get an opportunity to visit like an office, or visit a location, or visit with like friends of friends that you don't really know. And so you might be going alone. So this might be a solo trip. You might get like a feeling like you want to go visit a place. And so you go travel alone, or if there's people involved, it's people you don't really know. In a location, an area you don't know. It sounds very sketchy. Like, where is Spirit bringing me? Where is Spirit bringing you? You know, I heard of this app. I forget what it's called, but it's like an app where it gives you like a location that's somewhere close to where you are right now, and it's just like one of those synchronicity things. Like you show up there, and a lot of people have experiences of like having synchronicities, going to the place that they don't know, that's like right in their neighborhood. Find out what that. If I remember what the app was called, I'll like link it. But I think that's kind of interesting. But you'll know it's the right location and the right opportunity because it's related to something you love now, a project that you love now. Okay, so your higher self has a secret to tell you. What is the secret that your higher self wants to tell you? Oh, so many cards. Okay. Let's see, what is the secret? Two of Wands. Be careful what you ask for. Eight of Wands, because you're just about to get it. Rapid movement. Justice. Unpleasant events. Great. But then I got, like, you're going to be feeling really good soon. Oh, be careful what you ask for. Okay, so I'm getting that, like, this is, like, you manifest this and you didn't really mean to, because you're getting into this abundance flow, but in order for you to get into a more stronger abundance flow, Spirit wants to make sure that you don't accidentally manifest bad things into the world and bad energy into your connections with people and things and projects. So you're probably gonna find that something you wish for that wasn't necessarily good for someone else comes true, and then you're gonna find out that, like, oh, you might have had something to do with it because of your manifestation ability, your strong divine connection, and your almost fluid abundance energy, right? Energy flow. So it's like, be careful what you ask for, because very quickly something bad's gonna happen to someone close to you, or like not like bad, but just like, I don't know, like a revenge thing, or like a I don't know, you out of like frustration you might be like, you know, oh, I just wish I could, like, you know, quit my job, or, you know, move away, or I don't know, just whatever, something along those lines, and then it like happens, you know. So that's what Spirit is saying. Let's see if we can get more specific. Ace of Swords, wow. And like, it's funny, like the Hermit Tarot, I don't watch that channel, but I like this deck that they have created. But it's like the Hermit again. So like, this is like an indication that like you will be the kind of journeying here, exploring this like alone, I'm getting, because it's like the Hermit with the lantern, like you're kind of like lighting your own way. You don't know what's exactly there. You don't know exactly what's going to happen. I never imagined so much perfection. There might have been, you know, wishing that someone saw you in a more perfect light. You know, understood your undertake, like what you're capable of. I'm getting that, like, oh, you wish, like, this group of people, or this group of yeah, like this group of people, I wish they could see what I'm actually capable of, or something like that. What I'm all about. Okay. So the secret, Spirit wants to. Ace of Swords again. Are you kidding me? I was trying to clarify this for swords. Yeah, it pierces through you. Like, you get what you want. You get the crown, right? You get the glory. You get people seeing that you're connected to this divinity. But it kind of, like, makes you think, like, oh, did I actually want this? Like, is this actually something that's a good look for me, or that I wanted? Okay, what does Spirit want you to do? What does Spirit want you to do? Have faith. Got like a beginning and an ending. Not never, but not now. I feel like you get like a taste of what it actually is to like have this kind of fame, or have this kind of success, or have this kind of notoriety, or a windfall of, you know, money, or, you know, the big fancy car, or the big fancy house, and the, you know, very like showy clothes and jewelry or whatever. And this is a lesson in, like, you know, are your thoughts pure? Are your intentions pure? Like, it's okay to have abundance. It's okay to be in abundance flow. It's okay to want material things. But find, like, the deeper divinity behind it. And, like, you'll see, like, a mistake. Like, you'll see a mistake that you made recently. I'm going to get, like, an extra clarifier on that. I'm afraid I'll lose myself in you. Yeah, of wanting the attention of someone, wanting the praise of someone or group, wanting recognition for the wrong reasons, you know. You'll see an example of that, and that's just Spirit trying to help you get your abundance flow moving. So what do you do? What does your guidance want you to do? King of Cups with the Page of Cups. This is appropriate final card. King of Cups. You're discovering how to maintain balance within your emotional body and not let your feelings consume you. Led from your heart space with a sense of emotional maturity, compassion, and creativity, and keep the lines of emotional communication open and sincere. So yeah, Spirit is like kind of like you have this kind of mastery. You're, you know, very emotionally mature. You're very compassionate. You know, they want to encourage your creativity. They want to encourage your creative projects. They want to encourage your abundance for these purposes. Just make sure, like, the way to like rectify this situation is to be open and honest. Like, oh, I really want, like, be open and honest. Like, oh, I really wanted you or this group of people to see me in this way for these reasons, or say it to yourself, you know, like, oh, I really just wanted this fame or this money or this recognition for this purpose, but now that I have it, like, I understand that that's not the highest and purest divine intention behind these abundance goals, and find a more divine reason and divine purpose for your abundance. And that's the takeaway here. Hope you enjoyed that reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 3. This is the clear crystal quartz. See spirit message for you. And what spirit has in line for you. Kind of if they have any actions that they would like you to take, any decisions to be made, any spiritual work or anything to pay attention to, anything your guides specifically have for you, any messages specifically for your unique journey. Messages have been strong. Okay. 2 of Earth. The 2 of Pentacles. There's this feeling of achieving something. It looks like she's like has grabbed the sun. It's not only a physical accomplishment, it's also very bright, very positive. It's a physical accomplishment, a very bright accomplishment. You're receiving it with a lot of grace, a lot of like appropriate amount of pride. I'm proud of yourself here. You know, you've achieved something similar in the past, but this is like so rewarding. So rewarding. Regeneration. Wow. I love the lava and the tree. It gives you brand new faith and hope. I love how this is like so subdued, the colors. Very monotone, very quiet, very soft colors. Browns, yellows, gray, orange. Very, very subdued. They have this stark contrast with very sharp edges, strong colors, this red, this blue, this green. It's like dark and light contrast. Very sharp edges. This white is very white. Black is very black. The colors are very powerful. The tree and the lava and the rocks are very sharp, defined, subtle, subdued. Yeah, I love this contrast. Okay, so what is the message here from Spirit? Okay, electronics, social media. Okay, so I'm getting this is some sort of public recognition. You receive this public recognition with a lot of grace. You're humble, but you're confident. This is something very big. I mean, I like that she's holding like this coin. It's supposed to be earth, right? Coins here. but this is more on her level, something that is hard to achieve, but many people can go after that goal and achieve it with a lot of hard work and faith and passion and, dusting yourself off and going at it again when you fall. So something that like a lot of people can realistically achieve if they have the intelligence, the drive, and the work ethic, and they put in the time and energy and effort, right? But this thing that you're achieving is something not many people, very few actually achieve or can even realistically achieve, even think about achieving. And this gives you so much like revitalization. Like it really revitalizes your faith in your own personal power, in the divine, and your faith in the energies that are greater than you, that's connected to everything. It brings your passions back to life. I'm getting your strength and your endurance. Like it's like when you start working out and you're like, oh, like I feel better, I feel healthy, but if I continue to work out for a few weeks or a few months, like it's not like you have to get to a point where you're strong. You're just already strong. You can already do a lot more with that strength, So I feel like that's kind of where this comes in. It's like this physical reward or recognition or whatever it is, achievement of some sort. I mean, like it's very admirable. Wherever this is, it's like she's holding the sun. It's like something that, really, really used your light. Very few can achieve. It gives you this like power, and strength. That you don't have to like work out to get. Like you just have it, this power and this strength. It's just there. You have it now. You have it in your hand. Like you have it. You achieve this. Okay, I don't know where this is really going. I swear, but let's go. 7 days. Wow. 7 days. So this will happen within 7 days, but I'm getting like around a week from now, whenever you're watching this. I've had a week come up in a previous pile, and I have numbers in this pile. So the fact that it's like 7 days specifically, I feel like it's like exactly a week from now, or close to that, whenever you're watching this. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what is Spirit's message? Okay, I'm getting you going on a journey. To kind of let it sink in, I'm getting. To kind of let it sink in. It's just really good. Like so you should like to achieve something of that caliber. Like you should be able to enjoy it, celebrate it. That shows spirit. That shows your higher self. It shows you that like these things are worth doing. It's worth appreciating. It's like you appreciate yourself. You appreciate your hard work. And when you do that, when you take time out to to appreciate things, to be grateful for things, to celebrate things, you'll get more of it, right? The Magician card, yeah. To appreciate the magic of it, I'm getting. Like, I'm getting, like, of course, other people might think it's magic, but you know how the hard work that went behind it, you know? So I'm getting that kind of thing, but it's like, who else can appreciate it more than you? You did the hard work. You did the research. You did things that other people weren't willing to do, and that's why you achieved it. It's not magic. It was you. So who can appreciate every little thing that went into this achievement more than you? So this is why you have to kind of go off on your own to let it sink in, to really appreciate it. Yeah, you could celebrate with other people, but I'm getting, like, from Spirit, like, it's really a good idea that you take the time to celebrate it yourself and really let it sink in and really appreciate it. I feel like this, I don't know if this happens to you, but, like, there's sometimes, like, where big moments happen in my life and I just, like, I'm, like, not there for it. Like, I'm not physically there. Like, I don't take it in as much as I should. And it just kind of, like, skips by. And I'm like, that's a very big moment. Why didn't I take the time to really appreciate it and be there and celebrate it? And I don't know. It was like, I don't know, my spirit left my body and I just missed out on something really cool. So, like, I'm getting from Spirit, like, don't let this moment pass you by. Don't do it later. Do it exactly when it happens. Okay. So what else is Spirit's message? There you go. Believe in the impossible. So, like, I feel like this kind of achievement, because it's achieved by very few people, or, like, not that many people, like, you could even aim even higher. Like, a lot of people have a hard time believing that they can do great things. So when they achieve something pretty great, it gives them faith and confidence to achieve something even better. Not everyone goes for something better, but you achieve something legendary, right? And not many people accomplish something legendary. So with that kind of strength and knowing that you can accomplish anything, and nothing is impossible, right? You can achieve something so great, and you have a knowing that you can do it. One of the biggest part of manifestation, one of the biggest parts of accomplishing a goal is believing that you can. If you can't believe you can, or you think it's nearly impossible, you already cut yourself out of the running, you know? So you have this unbelievable, untold power that many people can't understand because they've never achieved the impossible. You just have. So now your life is limitless. You can create anything. Miracles can happen in every moment, yeah. Not just one big accomplishment. You can have many accomplishments throughout the day, throughout the weeks, throughout the months. It's kind of like a miracle in an idea. An idea is divine. A divine idea is something that you channel from the higher powers. And someone with the ability to not just channel a divine idea, but create it, follow through on it. I mean, I'm getting, like, this is something you accomplish yourself. Imagine how many divine ideas you can accomplish now with more resources, more people, putting your hands in multiple projects. Whoa. I had no idea where this reading was going, but wow. Who are you? What have you accomplished? You seem like a fascinating person. Okay. Spirit's message for you, if they feel like you should take a certain action or make a certain decision or any kind of guidance that they have. This is from your guidance. The Lovers. Risky commitments. You can take more risks. You can take, but the thing is, it's not. You're not just taking risks. You're making risky commitments. So like, you're taking a risk, but then committing to it and seeing it through. Because another half of the formula is things are gonna sometimes fail, and some things sometimes work out, but you can't see if it works or fails until you actually do the whole thing, So that's what I'm getting. It's like you're in the position to make a lot of risky commitments. Commitment being the key word here. A lot of people take risks all the time, but they're stupid. Or they don't follow through. And they don't think long term. They don't play the long game. You can. You already achieved something so great that you can kind of go for it, which a lot of people don't have the luxury to do or think they have the luxury to do. The Tower in reverse. Okay, wow. So for me, the Tower in reverse is a very auspicious card, a sign of a positive divine intervention out of nowhere. With the Magician here and the Tower in reverse, kind of like there's some sort of divine intervention here. Believe in the impossible. Miracles happen in every moment. Let's dive into this a little bit. What does this mean for you? Is it the Tower card in this deck? Is devastating events, but it's in reverse. It's like I'm getting very miracle-like event in 7 days. So that's why I'm getting like, this feels like a miracle, right? And to other people outwardly, to most people, it might seem like a miracle. Even to you, it seems kind of like a miracle. Like, how does this happen in my life? Is this actually happening, right? But you know the steps you've taken to get to where you are now. Is there anything in Spirit you'd like to say or would like you to do? They want you to know you took a risk, you committed, and now there's a miracle. So wrongful advice, but it's kind of reverse. I'm getting it's a very difficult feat to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing despite what other people say or despite what other people or the majority of people do in their own lives. I'm getting that you might have gotten a lot of like wrong advice from people or advice from people to kind of give up or do something different or forget about this or that you're kooky or crazy or they just kind of like half followed you, like they could only follow you to the extent they are aware of your goals. They couldn't really ever understand the whole thing. So I'm getting that that was the lesson here, the challenge here, and like I'm getting it was relentless, it was brutal at times, and you followed through. I'm getting like you committed to the divine, you committed to this goal, you committed to yourself, you committed to your highest and best life path, and that in itself is a huge achievement from the other side. Like they say that as like, I mean, it sounds like I'm talking down to you and I'm like, oh yeah, such a great achievement, you did it, you saw the other side. It's like, no, on the other side, high vibrational beings and like source energy, God, angels, your higher guidance, your higher selves, whatever you believe in, your starseed family, your whatever ancestors, all really understand that this is the greatest challenge here on earth, to find the light and to have unwavering faith through all the challenges. It's kind of like I had like my cousin's grandfather took a vow of silence for, to show his faith and commitment to the divine, the loyalty. And he was tested, like at like a train station, like a bunch of guys were, saying why was he talking, and kind of gave him a hard time and kind of like beat him up and stuff. And not through it all did he like speak a word, because he understood the higher reason. Like he knew like he was being tested, It's kind of like that. I'm getting like, it might have been not like a physically like a bunch of thugs like giving you a hard time, but like something along those lines. It could be being shunned by your family, or shunned by friends, or shunned by society, or yeah, I'm getting a lot of, you understand. You know. Okay, spirit. Okay, a few cards fell out. This one on my lap. You are my everything. So I'm getting like, because you made God, the universe, source energy, the creator, by whichever name you call source energy, because you made them your everything, because you made it your life, because you made it your essence, that is that is equivalent to the achievement you will be receiving in the physical. I don't know what that means. I just channeled it. I'm open to compromise, and now is not the time came out in reverse. Kind of like how wrongful advice came out, kind of like wonky. So I'm getting the universe is open to hearing your ideas, because now you can achieve more. And now you can channel more. So I'm getting like there was like one specific like soul mission or purpose or project that the divine wanted to see if you could follow through on. And because you do, you receive recognition. I'm not sure if you get abundance or achievement or plaque or award or of any kind. Let me see. What's the fifth? How will you physically know? How will you physically know? Okay. No contact. Okay, you will know because someone who shunned you, will come and tell you that you helped them understand themselves better. Or someone that you shunned. Which is it? Sorry. Please give me some clarification. Okay, so it could have been someone that you worked with that was very unpleasant towards you, or it could have been a past employee or boss that fired you or something, or yeah, something along those lines. Or someone that, like, I don't know, you went to school with, or someone that you used to, maybe it was like a parent of your kid or something that you've, talked to a lot, and their kid and your kid hung out a lot or something, or someone you like worked with, like maybe they picked up the kids sometimes and you picked up the kids sometimes, and you had like a schedule going, and then all of a sudden they just shunned you because they learned this about you or something. So that could be something like an example of like working with someone that you don't no longer work with anymore because they shunned you. Okay. Someone that you worked with in terms of just like figuring out life. So it could be like a friend that was like really helping you figure things out. You were really helping them figure things out. Maybe it was like a temporary friend situation, but you haven't seen them for a long time. Like, you kind of moved or left that job or moved homes or something. So you really haven't been in contact with that person. So it doesn't have to be like a bad thing. It could just be someone that like you kind of fell away from. Yeah, just so basically anyone that you kind of, it could be anyone that you just had no contact with for a very long time. Is it very long time? Few days. Wow. I'm getting... Let's see here. Let's see one thing. Okay, a few things. So either Okay, so this person either, okay, it could have been someone you dated just like a few times, or, that you only like kind of hung out with for a few days. It could have been someone you met from like a friend of a friend that you started to like, find a lot of things in common with, but then like, I don't know, you just never hit them up again. Like, it's kind of awkward sometimes, like meeting new friends, like, okay, yeah, let's hang out. And then like, you might hang out once or twice or 3 times, and then like, the one person doesn't call, it's just like, okay, this is awkward. I'm not gonna talk to this person again. So like, it's like, it could be any kind of situation like that. It could be, it could be someone that you just hung out with a few times, or knew for a few days. Maybe you were at a conference of some sort, or some sort of event, a weekend event or something, where you only got to meet the person for the few days that the event was being held. You thought you'd have contact with them again, and you really didn't follow up or anything. So it's that kind of thing. Okay. Well, what is the purpose of this? You'll find me if you let go. So there's this real overarching theme in this pile, this reading for you, where this is like a very unique spiritual lesson. Not many people go through it. At one time. There's this lesson of like knowing that you can achieve the impossible, but being okay with like if you don't, because I feel like there's like a lot of pressure that builds as well as this confidence. So you have this confidence like, yeah, I can do anything I want, but with that with that kind of power, you kind of, there's a huge fear that's built where it's like, well, what do I do? Like, you know, that you feel some pressure to like achieve something wonderful. It's kind of like, I don't know, a director who kills it at the box office, their first film, and, you know, they get a lot of money from it. It's like, well, now I have the money and the funds and ability to make another movie. Like, then all this pressure comes on, right? Like, you have all this, like, everyone knows your name now. Everyone expects, like, you know, same quality of work. You have more freedom with the amount of money, resources you can have. And then, you know, then the pressure's on, right? So that's what I'm getting kind of for you. It's like, yeah, you achieve something very, very big. And now, you know, like, the sky's the limit. Not even. You can go out into outer space with the kind of work that you've done and the accomplishment you've achieved. So it's like good to kind of take a break and like appreciate where you are now and what you've done already before you start thinking of the next thing, right? Because that's what people do. Normally they just forget about their accomplishments and forget about the good things that happen and just go straight into what's next, you know? You don't get to live in the moment that you worked so hard for. So knowing that you can achieve the impossible, being okay with not wanting to or having to. And then what? I feel like, and then Spirit's going to, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of abundance comes in. I'm getting resources from this achievement. Three of Cups. I'm getting like, just live your life. Spirit doesn't want you to think about what's next. They just want you to be happy with what you achieved and be okay with just being happy with this achievement. And you'll live a very, very happy life because you'll get a lot of abundance in the form of money, material things, of good company, good conversations, a good home, happy life. This is what you worked for. So if you think you have to achieve another impossible goal, like, don't. Spirit saying, like, please don't try to jump on to the next big impossible goal. You know, you already achieved so much in this lifetime already. Can you at least just please enjoy it? This is what you worked so hard for. This is what you wanted. You don't have to keep going. Like, you're going to miss everything that's worth not missing. Yeah. So is there anything more specific that want me to pass on? King of Cups in reverse. Very, very steady emotions. So you have just like steady your emotions. Just steady your emotions. Don't get swept up by your passion and your impossible dreams. Yeah, you can achieve them, but what's more important is that you have the ability to just kind of be in the moment, be happy. The Devil. Wow. All right. The Devil. Ooh, and another card. And the Moon. Wow, okay. Shadow sides are coming to the surface to be examined. What toxic energy lies within you or in your surrounding environment waiting to be released? This toxicity isn't something to fear, but something to acknowledge and change. You have the strength inside to set yourself free. Set yourself free. Let me go. Yeah. You're like imprisoning yourself. I'm getting constantly always having goals. When you accomplished enough goals, you don't need to have more goals. You can just live your life. You know, maybe you'll think of another goal here and there, but like, have you ever just lived life without goals? Like, you achieved all the things that you want to achieve. Now just live your life day to day, what you want to do, being happy with the people you want to see, doing the things you want to do, being close to nature, working on your creative projects. It's kind of, I'm getting the thing like, idle hands do the devil's work. But you worked very hard on your shadow selves, on your bad habits, on your relationship to material things and money and fame and all this, right? To working your butt off like your parents and your parents before them did, right? Always thinking you have to work hard. Just waste away your life working hard. Just waste away your life not doing anything for yourself or enjoying this day. So I think for you, it's mostly like, you worked hard to create this kind of life. Now enjoy this life. You know? You worked hard to create this kind of life. So please enjoy this life now. The moon. There's more going on beneath the surface than you're aware of at the moment. Reach into your intuition and inner knowing for guidance along your path. What was once hidden will soon be revealed. Ask yourself where you might be holding on to attachments, old beliefs, patterns, or addictions. They're preventing you from evolving into your best and higher self. Illusions might be strong at this time, with fears buried within the subconscious rising to the surface. Maintain your inner balance and connect with your intuition to see past confusion. I think I'm understating the amount of pressure that I think you're going to feel with the amount of success and recognition that you achieve. Although it gives you a lot of strength and power, knowing that you can achieve anything in life, it comes with that additional fear and burden of falling into the kind of system that we kind of grew up in. As I said, our parents and our grandparents, with a work hard mentality. The work-life balance is very much off, and there needs to be time for freedom. You need to have the freedom, whether it's just weeks or months or a year or two, to just kind of live your life. I call it like a midlife retirement, or 3/4 life retirement, or whatever you want to call it, or quarter life retirement if you're that young. Actually, there's a lot more people doing that nowadays. Like in the 30s retiring, which is crazy to me, but sounds great. I think that's what Spirit is trying to say. Like, not only do you choose something to allow you the abundance, the money, the finances, the people to live a very happy and healthy life, the good habits, but also a great spiritual success. Like I think a lot of people, they might achieve monetary success at a young age, but they don't have that spiritual experience, the spiritual achievement. And so, I mean, granted, they have the time to do it then, but that creates different lessons. With this kind of achievement, not only do you have physical, like a lot of physical monetary accomplishments and rewards and abundance, but you also have a lot of spiritual accomplishments, rewards, and abundance. So you really are the walking example of what humanity can be at its best, and Spirit really wants that energy, and they want other people to see that kind of energy, see that kind of interaction with other high level soul families, you know, with that kind of lifestyle. They want more people to know that this is possible. You achieve the impossible. Now show other people that it's possible. All right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 4. This is the Pyrite. Let's see your spirit message. Divine message for you, your specific unique journey. And then if your spirit guides have any specific messages for you, any decisions or actions they'd like you to take, or any kind of guidance that they have for you in your situation right now that could be helpful or that can make your situation better. Wow, Ace of Cups came straight out at this Pyrite. It's a seahorse. It's interesting because I know in seahorses, the male seahorses carry the eggs. It's very admirable. What a unique animal. And that they are upright, so sideways like normal fish. I guess octopuses, squids are kind of like that too. But seahorse is having a very defined head. And between worlds, the flamingo. Wow. I really like the bright colors of the seahorse, of the Ace of Cups. I like the very bright colors here. And you can see a very like, you can really see like it's from going from like a very dark gray world into a really bright one. So I feel like you are entering this Ace of Water, Ace of Cups kind of period of your life, where anything kind of seems possible, where there's a lot of opportunities left and right, or one major opportunity, something that really resonates with you, something that you really, really like. It could be a love opportunity, it could be a very passionate career opportunity or creative project opportunity. But there is kind of like a significant like changeover period where it felt like you were barely getting opportunities, or it was really hard to find opportunities. Something always got in the way of opportunities in the past, or they weren't always the right ones. And it's like a very clear distinction that like now things come so easily. It feels like every opportunity seems like the right opportunity, or everything just kind of resonates. You have a lot of things that you're interested in, or one big perfect opportunity, or a couple or few big opportunities in love or in friendship or communities or work or projects or homes. It just aligns so perfectly with your soul. And it's kind of like something's different in my life. Like you feel it, like something changed. Something is absolutely different in my life. It's a stark difference. A new crush. Yeah, so I feel like you might have a new love opportunity, or you may have a new interest, a new hobby, a new career, a new project. Something of that line, along those lines. 6 in time frame. It could be June. It could be 6 days. It could be 6 hours. Let me get it more. Let me clarify on the time frame. 22. Yeah, I'm getting very specifically summer. So June. I am getting June around the solar solstice, winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere. But I'm getting, yeah, very, very much around now until the summer solstice. You're gonna feel this, like it's gonna be like night and day. Let me ask if this happens like gradually or like overnight. Overnight. Yeah, it happens like overnight. Yeah, it's like you're ready for this change. Like you might have been prepared. Yeah, this comes in very quickly and you know what it is when it comes in. It's like as soon as this situation happens or this opportunity happens or like this changeover happens, it's like I'm getting like within like 6 hours, 6 days, like you notice your life is completely different. Like you start just manifesting things like crazy every day, every hour. Things just work out, things just align. You're finding the right people, the right resources, the right opportunities. You just know, like you know, like something just like clicked. What's the first example you're gonna see of this? Career, friend that wants more, past love interest expert. Okay, so again, like it shows up in more than one way. Career could be actual career, a job you always wanted, a career job you always wanted, a job in a line of work that you've always wanted, or a company. Yeah, dream job kind of situation, or like a very much a step in that direction. It could also be a side project, side gig that you always want to like get off the ground, have it be so successful that you can make it your full-time job, or you can have multiple things. You could have your you could be investing in multiple different kinds of projects. Yeah, so that's what I see for career. A friend that wants more, I feel like it's very much like the new crush. So I feel like fresh inspiration. People that want to work on the same interests and hobbies and work as you. Same kind of lifestyle or living situation. I feel like they just come out of the woodworks. Past love interest, ex-partner, yeah. I feel like these people just come out of the woodworks. So whether they're people you actually knew in the past or just new people that just feel like, where have you been all my life? Or this is the kind of working environment I've always wanted, or the community I've always wanted to live in, neighborhood that I always want to live in. That kind of feel happens almost overnight, and it's hard to not notice. Like, you definitely see that there's like it just kind of like, it's just like one good thing happens after another good thing after another good thing. Like all the lights turn green when you're driving down the road, and then someone offers you a free thing that you were craving actually, and the sun comes out, and you help someone find their lost puppy, and they give you a reward, and you're like, I don't want the reward, and you take the reward, you donate it somewhere. They're so grateful that you meet someone there, become a good friend. They had this idea that had to work on this project. It just like, kind of just, it's like, how you have one of those days where everything just rolls into the next thing so smoothly. One thing just leads to another thing that's like just better and better opportunities. It's like your whole life turns into that. Okay, so why is this happening? What is the purpose here? Don't you dare dim your light. Okay. Spirit is saying this is they're making this happen right now because it's very, very important for you to shine your light at this time. They need you to just be in a very positive mindset and focus on what matters most. Kind of really not lose sight of what this is all for. So they're putting you in a divine flow. They're putting you in a divine flow because they want to see what you do with the divine flow. They want to see you in the divine flow with others, also in the divine flow. I feel like there's this like kind of like similar theme that's been happening for light workers. It's like, it's not like, I'm not going to call it an experiment, but I feel like the divine is taking this like step. They're offering an opportunity to mankind to kind of step up and see what it's like to spiritually evolve, to consciously evolve. And this is like giving the best of the best, the cream of the crop of light workers, light warriors, star seeds, way showers, opportunity to, it will kind of be the litmus test of the rest of the normies. Like, is mankind ready for it yet? So Spirit is bringing in a change of reality, and I'm saying experimental and testing it out on the light workers, where it's like everything exists at all already, you know, like there's no such thing as time on the other side, so they already know how this turns out. So there's a reason that Spirit is having light workers kind of transition into this very like 5D world. Oh, wow, that's what it is. Okay. Is that what it is? Queen of Cups. This queen's like, here, take it. Just take it. And with the cups, Ace of Cups, so the divine's like, just take it. Just take it. Don't ask questions. Just go along with it. I find that very suspicious, but we'll see the bigger reason. What is the reason this is happening? Okay, so the Tower. You show me myself without my shell. So I'm getting like Spirit's going to show you what life is like in a very different reality where people are very, very strongly divinely connected. They know their past. They know where they come from, where their spirit and soul comes from, but also their heritage and man are a true history. They want to show humanity. They want this other kind of reality. It's so interesting. I read this quote today by Cornisha. It was her article on the spirit animal of the hummingbird, and there's this line that she wrote, and I'm like, dang, this girl, she's awesome. Like, this shaman, she's a wonderful intuitive woman who writes a lot of spirit animal articles, and every time I have a very significant encounter, whether it's in a dream or in real life, of a certain animal, I read her article on that specific spirit animal, and it's like to the point, the major like pivotal moment that's happening in my life, described to the T. And it's just incredible. Anyway, so she has this line where she says, hold on, let me... Alright, I just have to make sure I got the quote right. It's like, I am the alternate worlds that exist. So you are the alternate worlds that exist. So it starts with the lightworkers. It starts with the starseeds. It starts with the light warriors, the truthers, the way showers, the spiritual leaders of our world that are the alternate reality. And so that's okay. There's so much. I've been talking slow this whole reading, and it's because these messages are so powerful. Just need a second to kind of whoa. Okay, yeah, so you worked really hard to create this alternate reality for yourself, for others. The key difference between creating this reality versus other realities other normies try to create is that this is divinely guided, and it is with pure intention for the highest and best good of all. Not everyone has the highest best intention for everyone of all mankind. That includes every person and their own beliefs and wants and desires and path of happiness and enlightenment. But lightworkers do. Lightworkers actually do want to create a better world for everyone. In the name of light, there's a lot of pure intent there. Not only that, but it's backed up with years and years of inner work, spiritual work, healing, reviewing, service to others, practicing your spiritual gifts, bettering yourself in all ways, taking one baby step at a time, taking risks, playing the long game, and you did it. Spirit saying you did it. You did the work that is required to change realities. So they're going to start with the light workers, the light warriors, the starseeds, the way showers, the truthers, and then bring it in for the others. That will be inspired by your story and your reality. Will they be able to see what is going on? Yeah, so what is the purpose? Listen to your heart. So you did the work. You listened to your heart and you followed through. Not many people do that. And they get signs like crazy. Everyone gets signs like crazy to follow their heart, and not everyone does. I mean, opportunities on top of opportunities, almost every hour sometimes, every day sometimes, to do the right thing, to follow their heart, to do what they know to be right. Sorry, that's a sign of spirit. One very celebratory time, and also kind of a sign of taking the train. taking the train to this new reality, new world. I get like Spirited Away kind of feeling, the movie Spirited Away, where they take a train and I don't know, it just feels like a different reality. But we have one train connector, and these parts that like plays like that sound, like that like the chant at a game kind of sound with the whistle. And right now in this particular time, it sounded very celebratory. While I was saying that Spirit is telling you listen to your heart, and not many people do that, and they get opportunities like time and time again, and still they don't do that. You time and time again did follow your heart, and that's a very difficult thing for people to do, and they understand that on the other side. I think we should slow down. So they really want you to, like, I feel like you had to kind of play a game of being in the 3D reality while like doing the work to be in a 5D reality, but that's very hard to do because you're confronted with 3D reality like systems and way of living constantly, and so it's really hard to just kind of be in that 5D all the time. And even if you could, like, you might not choose to because you know you have 3D responsibilities, you live in the 3D world, you have to kind of, or you interact with people that live in the 3D world, you kind of have to get down to their level sometimes. So there isn't a really good opportunity to just kind of be in 5D reality and stay there, right? And you could do it for bouts of time at a time. Like you could do it for a significant amount of time or a short period of time, but you can't just live in the 5D forever in a 3D physical world, you know? You are going to be in a 5D physical world. I just got that. It's crazy. 5D physical world. You're going to see the time merely like just fades away. There's this concept I was exploring about how days of the week, months of the years, all the number of years don't exist. Only today exists, nothing else. The only kind of real indication of time that we can see is, you know, the seasons, people growing older, plants growing, and things weathering, dust settling. Like there is like indication of that time passed, but if we kind of were born into a world where we weren't taught time, we weren't taught days, we weren't taught months, we weren't taught years, would we live life differently? More in the moment, seeing each day as a new opportunity to, you know, do something that you love, be with people that you love. This is the opportunity Spirit is giving you. Whoa. My fall will be for you. I'm getting like Spirit's falling in love with you. Like, you know, God, the universe is falling in love for you. Like you will be their weak point. This is where I got the kind of feeling of like Spirit's just being like, here, take it, this is the opportunity, just take it, because I feel like they kind of know, like it's a kind of a risky thing, or maybe I don't know. Does mankind even deserve this kind of 5D physical reality? It's gonna be like bliss every day. It's gonna be like, and you're in heaven with source energy, but in this physical, on this physical plane, on Earth, in this bodysuit. It's like a very, very rare gift. I feel almost undeserving. Oh, eyelash. Make a wish. I feel like it's like a $2,000 of a wish, like $2,000 of a gift. Like, you know how sometimes like, it's like, oh yeah, like that was a really kind, like that wasn't just a kind gesture. That was like, you saved my life, or like, you know, an inappropriately big gift. You know, it kind of feels like that. Like, oh, this is too kind. Like, this is too good of a gift. Like, it's too good of a thing. You know, it really feels like that. Like, have every day just kind of line up and be very like airy fairy hippie, like out in nature, the temperature's perfect, you're around the right people, you're working on things you like to work on, eating well, very healthy, very happy each day. It's just a new bright beautiful day you want to look forward to. I'm kind of freaking out inside because it's like, it sounds kind of crazy when I say it. It sounds so unrealistic, but here we are. Okay. Is there any last message? What did I not pull? These cards? Okay. Is there any, like, what's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of this? The Moon and the Three of Pentacles. Wow, look at this unicorn. So many animals today in this reading. Okay. The Moon card in this deck is look for the truth. Three of Pentacles is opportunities. Look for the truth and opportunities. I'm getting like, look for the opportunities to realize this is the truth. This is real. This is your heart. This is love. This is love energy. This is a light. This is divine. What? Page of Swords. Beware of trickery. Okay, so you're going to have a lot of opportunities come through between now and the summer solstice, or June 21st, I think it's a solstice. You're getting a lot of opportunities. This is your last kind of like keyholes that you need to unlock to get through to the other side. You're taking the train, and on this train there's a murder mystery. Nope. On this train there's some challenges. What, you know, you're already on the train, you're already on your way to this 5D physical life, but there are some challenges on the train, and you have to discern what's true, what aligns with your heart, what is truth, what is a truthful opportunity, divine opportunity, opportunity that aligns with your heart, and what is not. You're going to be thrown so many opportunities. And if you can discern the true opportunities, the opportunities that like align with your heart from those that are not, you are through. You have entered the gateways through this magical, heaven-like, divine oasis called 5D physical Earth. Wow. I'm just gonna pull a card for like why this kind of challenge. Queen of Wands. And Four of Wands. Um, all right. Say you want me for a lifetime. See, the thing is, like, Spirit is, like, confident that you will pick all the right opportunities. Okay, so all four of these readings actually kind of all work together. But it's basically, like, you know what the right decision is. It's kind of like free will. Like, you can choose to go to this 5D physical reality or stay here. You're actively choosing to go. It's kind of like, I'm getting like when you have to do something 3 times to prove, like, I don't know, if you want to join the Jewish religion, you have to knock on the door, I think, of the rabbi and, like, ask to learn and to learn about the Jewish religion and to become Jewish. You had to like knock and ask 3 times or something like that, and that's kind of like tradition to show that, like, you actually mean it, that you're serious about it. Also know something about the, I don't know, like, before someone gets married, like, they can get asked. Like, I remember in The Office when Michael and Holly when Michael was gonna ask Holly to marry her, we went through this, like, hallway, and all the guys were holding candles, and all the guys asked Holly if they would marry them instead, and Holly would have to say no to everyone. And then Michael asked her to marry him at the end of that, like, tunnel, hallway, whatever. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a test. It's like, you know what you want. Spirits are obviously very confident that you can get there. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, this is a good. We're trying to look for a good metaphor with the train, but like the train keeps, like, stopping at a bunch of stops before, you know, getting to that ultimate destination. And it's like you have the choice to, like, back out if you want. You have free will as a human. But it's going to be much easier to follow your heart and make the right choices and find the right opportunities and say yes to them. Like, it's much easier to stay on the train, but you can stop at any of the stations beforehand. So I want to see, like, how many opportunities will come through between now and then, whenever you're watching this. Anywhere from 1 to 27. So yeah. I'm getting kind of like exit points, you know, on your birth chart or your soul chart. You say that you're given, like, 5 exit points throughout your life that you can leave life through, I don't know, a car accident or a surgery gone bad or whatever, that are built into your life. For some people it's closer together, for some people it's further apart. But yeah, these are like 5 exit points that happen throughout your life that you can choose to leave life if you don't want to be here anymore, or you can stay. So I'm getting kind of like that, like, depending on your unique journey, you can have anywhere from 1 to 27, or, like, you know, many opportunities to get off the train to this 5D physical world. Yeah. Let's pull one more card Spirit's advice for you. Two Wands. It's time to plan and make a decision on how to bring your ideas or inspiration into fruition. Take some time to reflect on how you envision your next step, to look as you choose your path forward. So with every opportunity that comes through, like, take some time to think about if this is how you envision your next step, if this is how you envision your, like, 5D life, your path forward. Listen to your heart, the guidance of your heart. Allow your own intuition to light your way forward. So some of these opportunities are going to be resonating with your heart, is following your heart, is aligned with your highest and best path. So you may take some of these opportunities and you may skip out on some of them. But Spirit is just saying, like, take some time and really, at each opportunity, feel into your heart. Try to envision what this life is like for you in the long term. And if it's for your highest and best path forward, your next natural divine step in your life, your path forward. Yeah. So let's see if there's one more thing Spirit wants to say. Yeah, nah. Spirit want you to take these opportunities or wait until you're exactly when and where you're meant to be. So you'll know intuitively what to say yes to, what to say no to. It'll be very, very clear to you. Like, maybe you have to get off on a station, on a stop that the train makes, because it leads you to another train that gets you to 5D Earth. Oh my god, I'm getting this, like, visual of, like, a bunch of lightworkers on this, like, train system to this, like, holy grail of a 5D physical world that's heaven-like, a divine oasis. Just like a blissful forever life, right? And all these train stations, like, some lightworkers, they might just have to do one layover, switch one train to get all the way to 5D Earth. But then some lightworkers have to take the right opportunities, the right stops to take the train to get to 5D Earth. Not everyone is going to be on the same train. Not everyone has to make the same changes. Some people have to stay on the train. Some people have to get off and take another train. But, like, I'm getting this like system of, like, all these lightworkers getting to this one destination. Everyone has their own train layovers. Is that a thing that they need to take? And sometimes they have to make the decision to stay on the train. They all have their own yes and no decisions to get to this 5D Earth, and not arriving on the same train, but arriving at the same time I'm getting. And that's the time. Right. Yeah, but you'll know. It'll be very, very easy and very clear to you. The opportunities to take and the opportunities not to take. When to stay on the train, when to get off and switch trains. All right. Yeah. Oh, I feel like there's, like, something else Spirit wants to say. Like, I keep getting, like, one more message. Remember your worth. Yeah, you might be given opportunities that, like, kind of degrade you, or, like, kind of, like, just trying to pay you off, or try to, like, take advantage of your time and energy and effort, or take advantage of your skills, or something like that. So you'll know. Like, just remember not all opportunities are worth it kind of thing. And listening to your heart and like envision the future. Is there anything else? Yeah, in my dreams, I see a beautiful future with you. So just keep picturing that beautiful future. It's here. Hope you enjoyed that reading. Much love and light.